Sterling High School, Channel 19, winner of the National Emmy Award for the Best Live Game Broadcast.
You're watching Sterling High School, Channel 19, serving Hynella, Laurel Springs, Magnolia, Summerdale, and Stratford.
For the first time since 1971, Sterling is South Jersey champ.
Went on to become the New Jersey Tournament of Champions winner. South Jersey's never won it before. So the Sterling Lady Knights and that string sing. South Jersey is well represented now.
Sterling is going to the championship game.
Looks like he's fouled there. Put up a desperation shot. And there he goes. It's good. It's good.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Sterling Channel 19, and I know I sound like a broken record, but this is a big one for your Sterling Silver Knights as they will be taking on the Haddon Heights Garnets. Your Sterling Silver Knights sit at 11-8 overall, 5-4 in the division, while Haddon Heights 13-7 overall and 6-3 in the division. So we're going to bounce over to the division standings this year in the Colonial Liberty. The Haddonfield Bulldogs right back on top again, 16-5 overall, 7-1 in the division. The Woodbury Thundering Herd 10-12 overall, 6-2 in the division. And then your Haddon Heights Garnets 13-7 overall and then 6-3 in the divisions. And the Sterling Silver Knights 11-8 overall, 5-4 in the division. And then it's Paulsboro at 6-12, 2-7. And then West Deptford 3-15, 1-8. So the game history since 2007, Haddon Heights leads the series 21-20, so very, very close between these two schools. Haddon Heights won the last game. Sterling's last win came January 30th, 2024, and Sterling has won 6 of the last 9. So comparing these two squads, Sterling sitting at 11-8, Haddon Heights sitting at 13-7. Sterling fourth in Colonial Liberty, while Haddon Heights is third, so right next to each other in that standings. Sterling averages 57 points per game on the offense. Haddon Heights averages 61. So a little bit better scoring for Haddon Heights. And then Sterling's defense allows 53, and Haddon Heights' defense allows 50. So a little bit better defending from the Haddon Heights side. Your Sterling Silver Knights points leaders, it's going to be Zion Arnett and Julian Johnson, both tied with 12 points this year. Travis Schmid with 11, and then Josh Borsch with 9 points. And then on the other hand, Max and Jake Silvestri, the brother duo, with 13 points for Max, 11 for Jake. Demir Outerbridge Ali with 11 points, and then Tyler Foreman with 7. Keys to the games here for your Sterling Silver Knights, it's as simple as one word: rebounds. Sterling makes sure they have to get the boards, get to them quick, physical boards, and just play physical in that paint. Taking a look at the Group 2 PowerPoints to really give you guys a scope on how important this game is. Haddon Heights sits at 8th in the Group 2 PowerPoints. They would host Barnegat if the season ended right now, and Sterling sits 10th, so they would go against Lower Cape May at Lower Cape May. And that journey is one a team does not want to make, so Sterling really wants to host this home playoff game. So I'm going to step aside for just a moment, and I'm going to let the boys introduce themselves.
Marcus Johnson, junior, forward, Summerdale.
Travis Schmid, senior, forward, Laurel Springs. Jace Camarda, senior, guard, Stratford.
Casey Kozaneski, senior, forward, Stratford.
Julian Johnson, senior, guard, Summerdale.
Quentin Rosano, senior, forward, Stratford.
Zion Arnett, senior, guard, Summerdale.
Mari Keith, senior, point guard, Summerdale.
Joshua Bush, junior, forward, Magnolia.
Salim Jones, junior, guard, Lindenwold.
Julian Tummings, senior, point guard, Magnolia.
So welcome back here as we're just getting the starting lineups introduced here at the Castle. But on your screen, we see the Haddon Heights starters first. Max Silvestri, the sophomore this year, 12.5 points per game and averages a steal a game. And then Demir Outerbridge Ali having himself a great season, 11 points per game and averages 6 rebounds. Mason Drum having himself a pretty good season, 6.4 points per game, 3.2 rebounds. Jake Silvestri, the older brother to the sophomore Max Silvestri, 10 points per game, 6 rebounds, averages almost 2 steals, great all-around player. And then Trent Bagley entering the lineup here for Haddon Heights with an inactive Tyler Foreman. And then on the other hand, for your Sterling starters, Zion Arnett, 12 points per game, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Great season from him in his senior campaign. And then Julian Johnson, his counterpart, also with 12 points per game and 6 rebounds per game. Travis Schmid right above Julian Johnson, almost 11 points per game, 4 rebounds, and averages a steal a game. Jason Camardo, your steady point guard, 3.2 points per game, 2 assists. And then a new addition to the Sterling lineup for his first start in the Sterling uniform, Amari Key, 7 points per game in 9 games played. So those are your 2 coaches right there. To your left in the gray, that is Coach Tim McDonald. And then to your right, it's the man, the myth, the legend, Coach Behringer. So thank you all for tuning in here. I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Max Zubak, getting ready for a very action-packed game here between these 2 teams. And Max, what are you excited for to watch between these 2 squads?
Well, obviously, as you continue to mention throughout the week, this is a very high-stakes game, especially for playoff positioning. They're trying to fight to not go to Lower Cape May in an away game to start their playoff run. That'd be really difficult for Sterling, and then obviously Haddon Heights trying to hang on to a position where they're kind of on the drop. They need to really fight to keep their positioning in the power points, keep that first home game in the first round. If I'm Sterling, obviously, like we mentioned, the keys to the game, they're going for rebounds, but I'm also going to attack off of those rebounds. You don't want rebounds just to get them and then do nothing. You need to capitalize off them, and I think Heights knows that just as well, and they're going to have to do the exact same thing to make a win out of this one.
Well, Sterling's not starting off with some size. Josh Borsch is not in the lineup for, he hasn't been for the past couple of games, but this is one where he is active. Josh Borsch with around 9 points per game and averages almost 5 or a little bit over 5 rebounds. So that is some size that you're taking away from the paint right there, and especially when one of your objectives is to grab these boards. And it looks like Arnett is going to take the opening tip-off here against Ali. And we are off here at the Castle, and Sterling is going to win it. So Johnson's going to get things started here with Amari Key next to him. And now Camardo is going to get things started for the offense. Perimeter passing here from the Knights. Looking for the floater inside. A nice play there from Julian Johnson. Arnett with the finish. Sterling grabs an early 2 points.
Well, this is another thing on their offense that you see they've done very well throughout the year.
And Sterling coming out with a lot of energy here. Schmidt just misses the layup.
Well, the fast break kind of threw me off there. Obviously, a lot of great passing throughout. We've seen it on both the Lady Knights varsity side and the Silver Knights varsity side. They've both been very good at finding the right passes at the right time to make points like that happen.
Max Silvestri, the sophomore, starting off the offense here for the Garnets. He finds Silvestri, his older brother. Jake moving inside. Tight defense there by Travis Schmid. It looks like a jump ball is going to be called, and possession will be awarded to Sterling as we're going to take a look, or excuse me, to Haddon Heights as we're going to take a look at the lob replay.
When we take a look here, I mean, it's a really nice lob over to Arnett, who has a nice float-in bucket for 2 there in the first minute of play here. A nice way to get some momentum going. You can see from the rim, Johnson's looking for a pass, and he finds it over top of everybody with Arnett there for 2.
And Arnett, very good vertical, can jump quite high here for Sterling, and someone that you want to get to the rim as soon as possible. Johnson now taking it himself, just misses. Rebound gotten by the Garnets. Trent Begley with the board. So now Jake Silvestri moving up, going here against Arnett. Moves inside, makes a couple men jump. Just misses the layup, gets his rebound, misses again. This one to the outside, 3-pointer taken. Drum just misses. Garnets with the boards here. Another 3-pointer. That one just misses. Sterling finally gets the rebound. Sterling picking up the tempo, but slowing it down, and Amari Key will get things started. Johnson to Arnett. Arnett with the mid-range jumper. That one off the rim and out. Rebound by the Garnets. Silvestri moving up. Working here against Key. He kicks it out to the outside. Drum takes it in the paint. Gives it off to Jake Silvestri. Silvestri with the mid-range jumper. That one's pure. The older Silvestri finds his first 2 points of the night.
Well, you see Silvestri's another guy who has quite a lot of size for this Heights team, and he can use that by shooting over people in the mid-range and finding a way to make points in the paint happen, too. He's going to be a dual threat on offense and defense for this Garnet side tonight.
Camardo working here against Drum, finds Key. Key thinks shot, he takes it. 3-pointer, Nothing but net there from Amari Key. Talk about someone who's been red hot these past couple of weeks, and he finds his first three-pointer of the night.
If you want to take a clean three, Amari Key's the man to get the job done. Constantly good from beyond the arc. Just throughout the season, had a late arrival to this team, and we see he finds himself open as we see he's looking through, takes his time, has a lot of great patience in those type of situations, and he makes points like that happen.
So Travis Schmid gets his first foul after that. A little bit of contact there on Max Silvestri as we take another replay at that Amari Key jump shot. Just so pure. A beautiful shot from him. Kind of took a step back and just was very nice. Jake Silvestri now into the lane. Just misses, fighting for the rebound, and the Knights get it. Camardo taking it up himself, finds Travis Schmid. Schmid to Arnett. Arnett working here against Ali. Ali back out to Key. Key, another three-pointer. Nothing but net, Amari Key. 6 points already for Amari Key, and Sterling increases their lead by 6. Now on the outside, Drum finds Max Silvestri. Schmid on him. Silvestri moving inside the lane, just misses. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson slowing it down. Moving inside. Finds Camardo. Read well there by Drums, couldn't get to it in time, and now Arnett has it. Arnett moves inside, finds Schmid in the corner. Schmid for three, just doesn't go. Rebound by the Garnets. Jake Silvestri finds Drum. Drum back to Jake. Jake, his three-pointer does not go. That one will stay in Sterling possession.
We take a look once again here. There's been a lot of good movement of the ball for Sterling. They find an open Amari Key in the corner to make his point total from 3 to 6. He's got over half of the Sterling points in this first quarter. Great first quarter performance for this overall offense, which has been getting those rebounds that they've been needing on the defensive side to make that type of offense happen.
So a 6-point lead here for the Knights as Amari Key was going to be running the offense. Josh Borsch was just subbed onto the court here for the Knights, subbing out Julian Johnson. Schmid now has it. Schmid gonna rip a three-pointer. That one does not go. Schmid, a red-hot three-point shooter at times, just didn't get that one. Again, 11 points per game for Travis Schmid, our first-year head coach for the boys Garnet squad, Tim McDonald, in his first time here at the Castle. Ali working here against Borsch, kicks it out, and a travel violation called on Outerbridge Ali.
Well, for a first-year coach, like you had mentioned, for Coach McDonald for this Heights side, 13-7, 6-3 in the division. It's a really solid side for them. I mean, going in, especially first time in this environment, can get really loud at times, but I think he's a coach that can definitely keep his team under composure, especially with the season that they've had.
Casey Kozaneski subbed down onto the court for Travis Schmid. Had himself a pretty good game the other day, 7 points, 10 rebounds in his senior night. Son of Mr. K in the truck. Sure, we've said that a couple of times, but always love to reiterate as Camardo kicks this one out to the outside. Borsch keeps that one in, but that one taken away by the Garnets. Ali makes the nice read. Jake Silvestri moving inside, long strides, goes for the layup. That one doesn't go. Rebound there by Casey Kaz. Camardo to Key. Key now, moving on the inside, kicks it out to Arnett. Arnett to Camardo. Camardo over to Key. Key for three. That one doesn't go. Rebound by the Garnets. Begley finds Max Silvestri, finds his brother Jake. Jake working here against Kozaneski. Jake puts that one up. That one doesn't go. Rebound by Borsch. Borsch working to keep this one in. Looks like they got the jump ball, so possession will go in favor of Sterling.
Well, I know we had talked about a lack of size in the starting five, and now they've stuffed on Borsch at 6'4" and Kaz at 6'3". To get those rebounds to keep on rolling in, those two are going to be the guys you want out on the court for a lot of this game to keep the ball in your hands.
Casey Kaz getting some serious minutes here in a pretty important game after his senior night performance. Already has a board in this one. Arnett moving in the inside, makes a nice spin, does not finish the layup. Rebound by the Garnets. Max Silvestri moving out. Weaves his way past Camardo. Silvestri moving in the lane, makes a nice move. Does not go. Rebound by Sterling. Seems like there's a lid on that net right now for the Garnets. They haven't made one in quite some time. Borsch moving inside. Borsch putting one up. That one doesn't go. Gets his own rebound. Borsch tries to go up again and gets fouled on the way up.
Take a look at this drive here. It was all Borsch trying to go through. He makes a nice move to try and get it going. Can't quite make it, then goes for the rebound and gets fouled on the second attempt, and he goes to the line. The first player to do so in this one.
So the big dog, Josh Borsch, 9 points per game, around 5 rebounds, and averages 2 assists as well. Makes his first point of the night. A lanky forward here in his junior year has kind of had a little bit of a junior counterpart with Marcus Johnson on the bench right now for the Knights, who's kind of showed strides in the later half of this season. Also subbed into this game now, state champion soccer player Quentin Rosano for the Knights. So a lot of players getting some different looks here towards the end of the season, especially Kozaneski and Rosano. Rosano had himself a great game on his senior night as well, ripping a couple 3-pointers. He's on drum. Kozaneski on Begley. Silvestri has it up top. Max Silvestri searching, kicks it out. Moving inside is Drum. Drum back to Jake Silvestri. Jake takes a shot, moves inside. Looking to cut back, but goes back into the lane. Now Max Silvestri from 3, does not go. Sterling ball.
I mean, like you mentioned, it's the lid over that net when it forces a timeout from the Garnets. You see here, they've just been a bit of a dry spell. And a little bit of contact from Outerbridge Ali on the ball at the end of that possession to give Sterling the ball with 1:15 in the first.
And you can follow us on Twitter or X at SterlingTV19, where we have live updates of all the games and, of course, all the fun and exciting things that happen here around the castle. So make sure you guys go follow us on Twitter or X at SterlingTV19. So there is our mascot for today. I was told his name is Tyrone. So welcome to the broadcast, Tyrone the pink dinosaur.
So it's Tyrone the love dinosaur. See the hearts on the foot?
Yeah.
Just in time for Valentine's.
So Sterling sticking with the same starting 5. It looks like the Garnets have yet to switch anything up. On the other side, there's Jason Camardo, state champion soccer player, trying to bring these Silver Knights that clutch glory that he did this past fall. Finds his best friend Rosano, who finds Kozaneski. Kozaneski fakes the shot, looking around, gives it off to Johnson. Johnson to Camardo. Camardo moves inside. Camardo with the floater off the backboard. That one doesn't go. Rebound by Johnson, and that one goes in. Johnson finds his first 2 points of the night.
I mean, he showcases his awareness there, finding a lane to give Camardo some help in case, because there was 2 guys on him. Nice team play there.
Max Silvestri working on Camardo. He moves inside, goes up, gets the layup. Rosano finds Camardo, back to Rosano. Rosano checking for an option, gets it over to Julian Johnson. Johnson working on Ali. Moves inside, goes for the layup. That one doesn't go. Rebound by the Garnets. Miscalculated pass right there, and Camardo's going to peel back with it, looking for an option, gets it to Kozaneski. 13 seconds to go. Borsch gets it. Borsch backs up. Feisty defense here by the Garnets, giving Sterling some trouble. Moving inside now is Johnson. Johnson with the easy lay and gets it in. 2 seconds to go. 1 second. Has to heave it from way downtown. That one does not go. Dominant quarter for the Sterling Silver Knights as it's capped off by a Julian Johnson layup. Beautifully done by the Knights. 13-4 the scores. You can maybe find us on Facebook as well. We're going to check back after you after this short commercial break.
Yo, what's up? How the you doing? Oh, good, I guess. What have you been up to?
Oh, you know, this, that, everything.
You know, like, yeah, of course. Yeah. I see. Yeah, I'm gonna get going now. All right. Out of here. I'll see you.
Hey.
Hey, Robbie.
Is that Brody over there? How's he doing?
I don't even know.
And welcome back to a beautiful drone shot of our school here, Sterling High School, the castle, shining bright at night. And Sterling really shining bright on that first quarter. 13-4 the score right now, and the Garnets couldn't get anything going in that first quarter.
Yeah, the Garnets outside of a late bucket and an early bucket, they couldn't get much going. They were taking a lot of shots from distance that they didn't really need to take. And then we saw after that timeout, they were trying to find some more opportunities inside the paint, which they got a couple of points out of. And I think they're going to need to harp on that if they want to get more, more baskets and a closer game out of this, because they're down by 9 after one quarter. They let up too much. They didn't get enough rebounds on the offensive side of things or on the defensive side of things. And when they did, it didn't lead to much. They're going to have to go in with the mentality of get the ball and then do something with it.
Schmid staying very aggressive here on the defensive side as Sterling's going to start on that side, is now moving inside to Silvestri. He finds his brother Jake. Jake Silvestri working here on Travis Schmid, tries to take the right-handed layup. That one doesn't go. Rebound by the Knights. And it looks like possession will go in favor of the Garnets.
When we take a look at what Schmid tried to do here, we see him do this a lot throughout the year. He tries to make a smart play, getting it off the knee, but ended up bouncing off of his own knee, and a little bit of just an unfortunate person.
Max Silvestri working here against Key. Key had himself a great first quarter. 6 points, both three-pointers. Good block from behind there by Julian Johnson. As now Omari Key's going to take it up the court here for the Knights. Finds Borsch. Borsch ripping a three-pointer. That one off the rim. The Garnets get the rebound. Looks like the Garnets are going to make their first substitution in a couple of moments. Michael Nagaglione is going to come on the court here for the Garnets. Feisty defense here by the Knights. This one goes to Ali. Ali back out. Three-pointer from Silvestri. That one doesn't go. Rebound by the Garnets. They go up again. Still fighting for that rebound is Begley on the inside. Somehow gets it. Jake Silvestri for three. That one rolls in. Poor rebounding there for the Knights, and Silvestri has 5 points. Omari Key getting things started, and I think they're going to allow the Garnets to make a substitution. So we're going to take a look at the replay.
There was a lot of the fight for the ball there, and then he finds an open Jake Silvestri, who had a little bit of a bounce around with the ball, but makes the three nonetheless. He has been a driving force. He's got 5 of their 7 points in the first half of this game. They've been leaning on him to make stuff happen throughout this game, and he's been delivering. And, I mean, credit to Trent Begley inside of the paint, fighting for that rebound against 4 Silver Knights. Somehow got it, and now a nice steal here from Ali. Ali going to go up to the rim and makes the layup. So a game that was 13-2. It's quickly turned the other way, 13-9, and Ali gets 2 points. Omari Key over to Johnson. Johnson working here against Nagaglione. Peels away, looking for an option, works his way to the inside, gets a swat block there by Trent Begley. You see there's a lot of tight defending on this one from Ali. Just a little bit of carelessness on the pass to try to get to Arnett, and there's an open 2 for the taking to make it a 4-point game.
Nagaglione quick to the ball against Johnson here, and this Garnets defense applying a lot of pressure to this Sterling offense.
If we take a look, they're trying to make something happen, and they can't, and then you see Johnson can't hang on to the ball. Even stay in possession. Haddon Heights has been all over the ball to start the second quarter.
So Julian Tummings had himself a great offensive performance against Collingswood. Subbed on the court here for the Knights. Gets it here. Scanning the court. Giving it off to Julian Johnson. Johnson to Key. Key from 3. That one doesn't go. Rebound by the Garnets. They keep it in. Ali over to Jake Silvestri. Silvestri looking towards Drum. That one tipped by Arnett, but Drum hustles there. And Nagaglione has it. Begley over to Ali. Ali working against Key, pushes him down, no foul. Still fighting for the rebound here. The Garnets have it. Drum from 3. That one's cash. Mason Drum, first three-pointer of the night for him. And the Garnets within 1. Garnets playing airtight defense here against the Sterling offense. This one goes over to Key. Key from 3. That one does not go. Rebound by the Garnets. Still fighting for it. Schmid comes up with it. Schmid with the mid-range jumper and gets that one in. Good hustle there from Julian Tummings on the ground and gets Travis's first 2 points.
That's what the Knights haven't been able to do in this second quarter, is get that same hustle for the rebound that they had in the first quarter.
And that one blocked by Julian Johnson.
You take a look again here, the missed 3 and an initial rebound from the Garnets, but Tummings able to free the ball and give Schmid an opportunity to make that 2-point from the mid-range. Get something flowing once again to make it a 3-point lead for Sterling.
There is Coach McDonald. Normally we say that for the girls' games with our Coach Kate McDonald, but the boys, Garnet's coach is now from three. It's Negaglione, and he rips that one up, ties it at 15 apiece.
We saw a lot of struggling to score in the first quarter, and now they finally caught their stride as a team, finding the open looks that get them these points. And now it's an all-tied game with a little bit over half of this half to go.
Johnson working against Negaglione, now finds Key. Guarded heavily there by Bordy. Tummings finds Schmid. Schmid to Johnson. Pure perimeter right now for the Knights. A cross-court pass finds Key. Key working here against John Bordy. Key giving it off. That one tipped by the Garnets. They keep it in, but Schmid grabs it. Schmid to Tummings. Tummings does not shoot. Gives it off to Arnett. Good defense here by the Garnets. We're just halfway through quarter number 2, all tied up here at 15. Arnett to Key. Key peels inside. Key's going to take it himself. Foul there on John Bordy. So we'll take a look at the replay of the Negaglione three-pointer.
Well, we see, like you had said, the three-pointer from Negaglione. He was wide open off the inbound pass, and then nothing but net to tie the game at 15.
So Amari Key, 7 points per game this year in 9 games played. Came to the lineup late. 75% from the charity stripe as he knocks down his first. He has himself 7 points here in 2 quarters, so already met that 7-point per game mark. And he sinks his second. So Key gets subbed out. Camardo back on the court here, and Sterling needs to find some type of spark defensively. Silvestri working here against Julian Tummings. Tummings, airtight defense on him. Ali looking inside. Finds Silvestri. Jake Silvestri turns, fires, does not go. Schmid with the rebound. Travis Schmid to Julian Johnson. Johnson working on Negaglione. Johnson over to Arnett. Arnett working on the freshman, John Bordy. Camardo running the offense here for the Garnets. Finds Schmid. Schmid. Perimeter passing here from the Knights. Johnson working from the corner, trying to get into some open space. Johnson finds Schmid. Schmid with the layup, does not go. Rebound by the Garnets. Jake Silvestri. Here for the Garnets, 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in quarter number 2. The Garnets down by 2, a big possession. Great defense there by Tummings. And a jump ball called, and possession will go to Sterling. Julian Tummings, pure hustle on the defensive side.
Well, we saw Tummings having a really good performance on Tuesday on senior night. Now he's brought that over into today with a lot of great hustle on offense and defense to make plays happen. We've seen him free the ball to get Schmid the ball to get some more points, and now we've seen them get him on the ball for a jump ball to give Sterling the ball once again. I'm saying the word ball a lot, and I feel like it's lost meaning.
But he's that impact type of player, brings the great vibes to the Sterling squad, and very skilled on both sides. We take a look at this replay. This Garnets defense has been a big problem for the Knights here in this second quarter. They've applied a lot of pressure onto some of their stars. Schmid searching, finds Johnson. Arnett gives it off to Schmid. Schmid for Camardo. Camardo to Arnett. Arnett fakes the shot, goes inside, looking for the backwards layup. That one does not go. Max Silvestri now, the sophomore, moving in, trying to go into the lane, gives it off. Negaglione for 3, knocks it down. Negaglione, 6 points since he got subbed off the bench. Someone who's been a spark plug for this Garnet squad.
He's definitely been helping out a lot with the points. We've seen him twice now with open threes, but you see the substitution ready for Josh Warsh to come, and he might be a big factor in trying to stop that beyond the arc scoring for the Garnets.
Arnett tries a 3-ball. That one does not go. Rebound by Camardo. Camardo working on Bordy. Camardo taking this one to the inside, does not go. He gets his own rebound. Camardo once again gets that one in. Pure hustle there from number 4. Gets 2 points now. The Garnet's trying to respond. Jake Silvestri going inside. Goes for the mid-range, does not go. Arnett has it. Arnett with some speed. Slows up, finds Johnson. Julian Johnson for 3, does not go. Just under a minute to play here in quarter number 2. Sterling with the 1-point lead. The Garnets looking to make some magic happen. Max Silvestri has it. Max Silvestri moving inside, going for the layup. That one does not go. And Sterling gets fouled. Excuse me, Sterling commits a foul.
What we see here, what the play was going to seem the Silvestri brother connection couldn't quite happen. And then it's just a little too much contact from Julian Johnson that sends Jake Silvestri to the line for 2 shots.
So coming to the line, shooting 2 now. It's going to be Jake Silvestri as he nails his first, ties this game up. And Silvestri, a lanky player for this Garnet squad, does a lot of his work inside of the paint. His brother Max, much more of the 3-point shooter. So Jake looking to nail this free throw to give the Garnets their first lead of the night. And he does. Just about ready here on the court as we take a look at Coach B on the bench. The squad performing well here in this first half, but find themselves down by 1 here in quarter number 2. Had a phenomenal first quarter, but this second quarter has been much tougher for the Sterling squad as the Garnets have scored 18 in the second quarter, while Sterling has only scored 7. Key moving inside, looks out to Arnett. Arnett catches and shoots, just misses. Rebound there by Borsch. Borsch could not corral it. And now moving up the Garnets, 12 seconds to go. Negaglione fires from 3. That one does not go. Sterling looking for the rebound. 6 seconds to go, 5 seconds to go. Amari Key has it. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Key going towards the basket, does not go. So that'll do it here for half number 1. Sterling finds themselves down by 1 after 2 quarters. We'll be right back at you with some second half action just after this.
I'm so tired of entering all this discipline. I just wish there was something I could do.
We've got illegal use of the phone. Report to VPO.
Just signing the Minga.
No. No use of the Minga pass. Going back to classroom. Late for class. Violation. Illegal wearing of the hoodie, gray hoodie, that's a violation. Falling asleep in class, that's a violation. How many times am I gonna have to tell this to you?
Clearly more than that, old geezer.
Personal foul, speaking mean to a teacher, that's a violation.
I'm out of beer! Well, we need to go get some more. It's still dry. Yeah, let's go! Dude, take the seatbelts off. What are we doing? Yeah, you're right. I'm ready to drive. Yeah! Don't drink and drive.
Hey, stop that, bully!
Are you begging for a knuckle sandwich, twerp?
Maybe I am.
Nice try, twerp.
Please, Hamburger, please help me. He's bullying me. You're right. I need to help you. I'm the anti-bully.
Logan. Oh my God, thank you. Oh yes, King.
Douglas. Here. Brody. Here. Joshua. Joshua. Joshua.
I don't think he signed up for flex time.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, I'm too late. Help me, please! Help!
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Sterling Channel 19 as we are back here getting ready for some second half action in a key game for the power points between your Sterling Silver Knights and the Haddon Heights Garnets. The Garnets hold a 1-point lead. As we take a look at the leading scorers from that first half, Amari Key on fire from beyond the arc, 8 points. Julian Johnson with 4, and Travis Schmidt with 2. And on the other hand, Jake Silvestri and Michael Nagaglione have been the ultimate duo for the Garnets so far, 6 and 6. And then Mason Drum with 3. And first, we're going to take a look at Jake Silvestri's highlights from that first half.
Well, Jake Silvestri is a player that has had a really high impact for Heights throughout the season, and he's shown it here today. The nice mid-range over the team. His height has been the main reason he's been able to make shots from in the paint, beyond the arc, in the mid-range. You see here an example of the 3. It goes in and around. He's also been the reason he's gotten it to people who have also been scoring a lot for this team. Is Michael Nagaglione has been an ace from beyond the arc for them.
Yeah, Negaglione, someone who was a spark plug off the bench, someone almost like a Georges Niang type when he was on the Sixers, and just someone who was on fire from beyond the arc. And the next, on the Sterling side of things, it was a little rough in that second quarter, but in that first quarter, Amari Key was red hot.
Key was the key for a while there, as we see from the corner, takes his time, has some patience, and makes a nice fake out to make an open three happen. And then we see here once again, able to get himself open on the corner. Arnett finds him, and he's got another 3 points for himself.
And Amari Key,
line as well.
Amari Key only played in 9 games this season, 7 points per game. It has 8 today. And we're just getting ready for some second half action here on Sterling Channel 19. I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Max Zubak. Geared up here for this divisional matchup. In this first half, was rather climactic, and you had Sterling, who took a 13-2 lead in that first quarter. The second quarter came, Haddon Heights scoring 18, Sterling only getting to score 6, and kind of has just been the problem here for the Knights so far.
Yeah, it being back and forth has been the main issue. We saw in the first quarter it was all Sterling, in the second quarter it was all Heights. We need to find a way to contain that and make it more lopsided for them, for Sterling to do well. They're obviously only down by 1 point. It's very doable to get back into this and regain a lead. This is Heights' first lead. They want to hang on to it for a while. And as you see here again with the power points, it is just that important. Heights trying to hang on to a home game with the 8th seed right now, and Sterling at 10 trying to fight to regain a home game so they don't have to go all the way to Lower Cape May at the start of the playoffs.
Well, it's going to be tough for Sterling to get there. They still have a rocky road towards the end of the season. We take a look at the Liberty standings one more time. The Anfield Bulldogs 16-5, 7-1. Woodbury 10-2, 6-2. And then there's Haddon Heights sitting at 13-7, 6-3 in the division. And then Sterling sitting at 11-8, 5-4 in the division. So if Sterling could get the win today, they would go up to 12-8 overall, and then 6-4 in the division, and then Haddon Heights would fall to 6-4 in the division, and then 13-8 overall. So buzzer sounds, we're just about to get ready here for some second half action between Sterling and Haddon Heights. Looks like the Garnet's going to start with the ball here, and we're off. Max Silvestri with the first possession. He's working on Amari Key. Looks underneath to Begley. This one goes to the outside. That one does not go there for Jake Silvestri. Rebound by Arnett. Camardo moving with speed. Finds Johnson. Julian Johnson going inside, looking for the layup. That one does not go. And possession will stay with Sterling.
We take a look at this nice fast break. Johnson doesn't have much, tries to find a way underneath, and some contact made by Begley. Stays in Sterling's possession on their side of the court.
So Camardo goes deep there, finds Travis Schmidt. Arnett has it. And Amari Key is going to get things started for this Knights offense. Key to Johnson. Johnson up to Arnett. Arnett working against Ali now, gives it off to Key. Key makes Silvestri jump. A nice pick there by the Garnets. But Sterling will get possession.
We saw earlier in the year that this team didn't really have a solid.
Three-pointer there by Arnett, and he drills it. Finds himself wide open, and Sterling retakes the lead by 2.
I was going to say Sterling haven't had really a set number one, a point guard, until Key came in, but then number 1 scores 3 for Sterling. So it was just a very appropriate cutoff, as we see here in this angle of the inbound. He got it into Arnett, made Ali miss, and had an open 3 to retake the lead for the Knights.
Arnett definitely needed that one. Has had a slow couple of games, but gets himself on the board here, has 5 points. And just a beautiful three-pointer there by Arnett, and finds himself wide open and cashes in. Now the Garnets working here on the offensive. Begley finds Silvestri. Silvestri guarded by Key. Silvestri makes a nice move, does not go. Rebound by Johnson. Amari Key finds Arnett. Arnett has some space. He's going to take it, move inside against Begley. Puts up the layup and gets that one in. An early 5 points here for Arnett in the third quarter. Sterling up by 4. Silvestri working here against Key. Finds Jake Silvestri. Gives it off to Drum. Back to Silvestri from 3. Oh my goodness, from long range there. Max Silvestri knocking that one down. Getting the Garnets within 1. Now Arnett. Sizing up Ali. Arnett moving to the inside. Nice pass out to Johnson. Johnson for 3. Does not go. And possession will go in favor of the Garnets.
Take a look here. You see Drum finds Max Silvestri, who has some room. Johnson doesn't pursue, and it gives him 3 points.
So now Max Silvestri working against Key. Moves it over to Jake. Now to Drum. Drum going to the inside. Gives it off to Begley. Jake Silvestri over to Max. Max now working against Key. Max going up for the layup. That one does not go. Rebound by Julian Johnson. Johnson moving with a lot of speed. Gives it off to Camardo. Camardo going up for the layup and gets that one in. Great pass by Julian Johnson, who's been the distributor all night tonight. Sterling gets their 3-point lead back. Good defense here by the Knights. This one gets in the hands of Johnson, who looks for Key, but just a little bit too quick. But that defense really was working there for the Knights. Let's take a look at the Camardo layup.
Well, like you said, Julian Johnson's been a facilitator all night for this Silver Knights team, and he finds yet another good pass for Jason Camardo to make a nice 2 and put the lead back to 3 for the Silver Knights.
So a travel violation called here on the Garnets, and this trap defense that the Sterling is running here on the half-court set is really working out for them thus far.
Well, if we take a look once again, the build couldn't quite go. They moved just a little too much.
And I think the Sterling, they don't do it very often, and I think it's kind of catching the Garnets off guard. So Key and Max Silvestri push and shove just a little bit. The ref has to send a warning. And Amari Key now going to move for the Knights. Camardo gives it off to Johnson. Johnson finds Arnett. Arnett fakes a shot, moves inside. Finds Camardo. Camardo also fakes a shot, moving inside against Drum. Gives it off to Key. Key going into the lane, finds Arnett. Arnett for 3! Just misses off the rim, gets his own rebound. Arnett looking for Amari Key, who jumps up and grabs it. Amari Key to Arnett. Arnett to Camardo. Camardo for 3! Knocks it down! Jason Camardo in the clutch. 7 points for number 4. Great ball movement there by the Knights as they take a 6-point lead.
Well, we see the tipped ball there for the pass to Amari Key. Probably should have been in Garner's possession, but Key was able to make a nice hustle play to get the ball back, then to the hands of Arnett, who then got it to the corner where Camardo was, and he got the nice 3. As we see from here, grabs the tip ball, overall nice hustle. Chain of passes to get it to Camardo with no one on him. Bang.
Camardo got his swagger back, and that's exactly what you want to see from number 4. When he's playing some confident ball, he's knocking them down, and that beautiful offensive possession by the Knights, and that spark by the Knights really showing right now against the Garnets.
Well, if you're in this timeout for the Garnets, you've lost a lead, what are you thinking going into that? You've got to be mentioning you're losing the rebound battle to start this half. You need to get back into that zone.
And I think the Sterling pressure that they're putting on the defensive side in this little half-court set that they're running has really gave the Garnets some trouble. And after that traveling violation, kind of demoralized the Garnets just a little bit. And this Sterling offense has been brilliant to start out this third quarter, kind of retaking this momentum from the Garnets that they built in that second quarter.
Yeah, and this is another example of the game being back and forth. First quarter was all Sterling, then it went to the height side of things. Now Sterling has swung the pendulum back in their favor. With that trend, you'd think the fourth quarter could go back in heights, but you got to see how it plays out. And Sterling right now need to take as big of an advantage as they can with this lead, continuing to expand it.
Sterling's defense going to go back to work after that timeout called there by Haddon Heights. Silvestri working here against Key. This is going to be a lob pass to Drum. Drum stops, and a foul called. Amari Key notches his first of the night. And Sterling's second of the quarter.
If we take a look at what got called on, it looked like Key might have reached in a bit from around the back of Drum and led to a reset of the play.
So Jake Silvestri has it. Back to Drum. This one gets over to Begley. Begley looking for an option. Gives it over to Max Silvestri. Silvestri looking for an outlet. Gives it off to Drum. Drum moving in the paint. Gives it off to Silvestri. Silvestri over to Ali. Ali gonna take the mid-range floater. Nicely done there by Outerbridge Ali, who has himself 4 points.
There's a lot of patient ball movement around this Sterling defense to get some points. Sterling's got to respond with the same type of offensive play, make something happen by extending the possession.
Arnett gives it off to Schmid. Schmid to Johnson. Johnson working on the inside, puts up a layup. That one does not go. Arnett tips it in. And Sterling showing a lot of hustle tonight against this Heights squad, which has really kept them in this one. Silvestri gives it off to Drum. Drum moves inside, off to Jake Silvestri. Jake Silvestri now spins, turns, fires. Nice move there by Jake, who has 9 points as well.
Both Max and Jake Silvestri. Oh, first break, but couldn't quite get it. I was going to say the Silvestri brothers have been playing off of each other very well, as well as their other teammates, and they've been making all these points happen for the Garnets to give them this momentum shift, and they do it yet there again with Jake. A couple more points to add to his total.
So Camardo working the Knights back into this one, and a timeout called by Coach B. And the last basket we're going to show you guys right now is a nice tap in here by Zion Arnett. Johnson missed the initial layup, and Arnett gets up and taps that one in for the Knights. That was their last points, while the Heights Garnets have climbed back into this one against the Knights, and they're only down by 2.
And this is another swing of the pendulum as we see here. Silvestri trying to find some motion, and he can. Spinning off of Camardo with a nice float in for 2. He has been banging in a bunch of shots from all over the court all night.
Good student section showing out here for this big divisional game between these two teams. A big game for power points, as we've mentioned time and time again. And the Heights offense has really just been on fire in these past couple of moments, ever since that timeout taken by the Garnets. And a couple of substitutions here for the Knights. A couple big men entering, Josh Borsch and Casey Gaz for Sterling. So Key's going to get things started here for the Knights. Finds Borsch. Borsch looking for Arnett. That one well read by Ali. Ali gets that one back. Ali going towards the rim, makes a nice layup, and we're all tied up here at the Castle. It's been a big surge of momentum here by the Garnets. And as Max said, the pendulum just swinging their way right now. Camardo looking inside. That one does not go. The Garnets now moving up. Momentum in their favor. Jake Silvestri working here against Arnett. Silvestri off to Drum. Drum trying to get a look. Gives it off to Jake Silvestri. Silvestri now moving inside the paint. Makes a nice move. That one does not go. Rebound Kaz. Key finds Camardo. Camardo spins. Cuts back. Off to Arnett. Arnett for 3. That one does not go. Rebound by Max Silvestri. Now it's Begley working here against Borsch. Finds Jake Silvestri. Silvestri puts one up. That one does not go. Rebound there by Key. Key moves with some speed, trying to get an open look. Cuts back. Now moves inside the paint. Key goes up and blocked there by Silvestri. Kaz now going inside. Casey Kozaneski looking for the layup. That one does not go. Rebound by the Garnets. 1:23 to play here in quarter number 3. Kozaneski working against Max Silvestri. Silvestri goes inside the lane. Does not go. Rebound by Kozaneski. Camardo to Arnett. Arnett stops, goes up, and a traveling violation called. 3 subs coming in the game here for the Knights towards the end of this third quarter. Tummings, Rosano, and it looks like Borsch as we take a look at that last replay.
We saw the travel might have come on the initial grab of the ball. His foot moved a little bit. I guess they consider that more than a step before dribbling.
We're going to introduce our athletic director, Ken Sayano. Mr. Sayano, how's it going here on this beautiful night of boys basketball?
Oh, it's going great. What more can you really ask for here?
Yeah, we got a tight ball game here in this last minute of this third quarter.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Nick Aglione makes a nice move and gets the basket. Borsch trying to get things started here for the Knights. And I mean, Sayano, the Knights have really hung in throughout this game, no matter the momentum switch, and the Garnets also doing the same. It's been tough. Kozaneski now for 3, does not go.
Oh.
Possession will go in favor of the Garnets.
This is your classic back and forth game here.
Yeah, and Sayano, from a coach's perspective, when you're on one of the sides of this and you know, back and forth, keeping your players into it even when things aren't going your way, how hard is it to do that, and what do you try and do to, you know, talk to them and make sure that they're settling down in these big moments?
I always thought that this was the hardest game to coach in. A game that goes back and forth, ebbs and flows. Because now you have mixed emotions constantly.
Now,
so it's like you said, it's about settling the kids down.
Johnson misses the layup. Tummings goes up and gets fouled on the way up.
Job, JT.
JT, pure hustle player. A big moment there for the Knights as JT now has some big free throws to hit. So this has been a pretty tight game, Mr. Sayano. And how's the student section been treating you this game?
No complaints so far, but you might have just jinxed it for me.
I know. I'm sorry if I did there, Mr. Sayano. I'm
It's
glad
all
to hear
good,
that
it's all
they've been.
good.
I'm glad to
They're
hear they've
having
been
fun.
tame.
Yep, they're having fun. Great game for them to be part of.
So Tummings hits a big 2 free throws, and now the Garnets looking to go the other way. Max Silvestri working here against Tummings. Tummings trying to stay with him. Help from Horst. Jake Silvestri moving inside, and a foul called on Tummings. So coming into this fourth quarter, Mr. Sayano, regardless of what happens here in this next 6 seconds, as a coach for either side, what are you telling them?
Oh, man. It's literally exactly what you said here.
Negaglione from way downtown does not go. Good rebound there by Rosano.
Tied up going to fourth. Tied up going to fourth here. I would tell my guys right now, be the more composed team, okay? Limit the mistakes offensively and just keep playing tight defense. I mean, they're playing great defensively right now. It's just really just, Matt, finish your layups, make your free throws.
Mr. Sayano, we're ready for the trivia question here on Sterling Channel 19, so hit it.
Okay. I am giving you a layup.
All right.
All righty.
This is easier than the halftime challenge right there.
Okay, cool.
No competition. Here we go. Who was the first person to touch the ball during the Phillies special?
First person to touch the ball. I feel like.
Was it Corey Clement?
I don't think it was Corey. I think it was that tight end.
Well, no, Trey Burton threw it, so someone was behind. I'm solid on Corey Clement right now.
Corey Clement is what you're saying?
Okay.
Would make sense.
Is that your final answer as a group?
That makes sense.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I think he was the running back on the play, hands it off to Burton. Burton swings and throws it.
All right, you got it. I mean,
cool.
It was a two-part question, both parts right there. How about the high school of Corey Clement? Let's see if you know that one.
I knew this. It wasn't Woodbury. Was it Clayton? No.
Not Clayton.
Oh, Glassboro?
The Borough. Yeah, you got it, man. You're 3 for 3 right now. But
I cannot lie. I cannot lie. I never lie. I got a little help from Mr. K on that one.
What?
I did know that one, but he gave me a little.
Which part did he give you help on?
He just said it starts with a G, and I immediately got it.
Okay, yeah, it's the Borough.
Yeah, I was on that question,
Huge
Mr.
play
Sayano.
for the Birds.
Yeah,
and look, I'll admit it. I'll admit it on live TV right now. I'm pulling for you guys.
Thank you, Mr. Sayano.
You can enjoy a championship. You guys. And Saquon a little bit. Nice, Amari.
A nice floater there by Amari Key. And Mr. Sayano, did Eli get your Hall of Fame vote yet?
He's 100% getting in. It's a no-brainer.
To you, it's a no-brainer.
To me, and I'll say it's an unbiased no-brainer.
Okay.
The only bias is Philly bias. That's the only bias here.
Jake Silvestri moving inside, making the tough layup.
Nice finish there. What else you guys got for me tonight?
All right, Mr. Sayano, thank you for coming on to the broadcast. We appreciate it. We're going to say bye-bye for tonight. Thank you.
All right. I'll see you later, guys. Enjoy the rest of the game.
You too.
All right.
Camardo now, and a timeout called by Coach B. And speaking of that past conversation, Birds have a huge game this Sunday. This is the last stream we're going to do before we get to that game here on Sterling Channel 19. So I think it's fitting that we can drop some predictions here between Max and I. I'm going to start because I think I have the jersey on. I think it's fair. I'm going to go with a 35-28 score in favor of the Birds. And I think the game-winning sack will go to Nolan Smith.
That's a very fair prediction. The jersey tells the answer. I'm going to go in a similar vein, 33-26 Birds. It's going to be a close game. I don't think it's going to be as high scoring this last time around, but I think the Birds got it by a touchdown.
I think Tyrone is telling us that the Birds are going to blow out the Kansas City Chiefs by 20. Thank you, Tyrone, for giving us your take there. Tyrone, the pink dinosaur.
Tyrone is pink. He could be a rat. He could be a rat for the Chiefs, trying to give us some false confidence.
That is true.
I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't like Tyrone if he was doing that to us, but I trust him enough.
So we're going to get back to the action on the court. Chill out for being a little goofy for a minute. I'm Dan Ulika, joined by Max Zubek. All tied up here in the fourth quarter between Sterling and the Garnets in a pivotal game for these two teams. Key from three. That one does not go. Sterling fighting for the rebound, but the Garnets get it. Jake Silvestri moving up for the Garnets. Works here against Arnett. Silvestri moving in, turning, firing. That one blocked by Johnson, and possession will go to Sterling.
If we see this, Jake Silvestri goes for a shot, can't quite get it here. Tipped by Johnson, but then Silvestri makes a mistake of trying to keep it in, and it goes in Sterling's favor after that.
It looks like the Garnets not applying any pressure here to the half-court set for the Knights. So Key's going to move it up. He's going to be going against Max Silvestri. Sterling causing some commotion underneath. Amari Key looking for an outlet, finds Arnett. Ali almost read it once again. Arnett moving inside, going for the layup and gets it down. Zion Arnett, 11 points. Phenomenal game from the senior.
Of course, an 11-point game is a huge one. He's got about a third of Sterling's points. He's been really good at finding where to shoot and when to shoot. He's been very patient throughout the night, whether it's been he finds the right pass or he finds the right lane to make an easy two. We take a look here. Key finds him. We see Ali, who's been reading passes left and right tonight, and then it's all a Zion Arnett with a nice lane for two to retake the lead for Sterling.
Begley looking underneath for a Garnets player on the ground. Timeout called there by Haddon Heights. You can follow us on Twitter or X at Sterling TV Nights. We'll have live updates of all the games and, of course, all the fun and exciting things that happen here around the castle. So make sure you guys go follow us on Twitter or X at Sterling TV Nights. So there's our Sterling cheerleaders and me in the background. Hello, everyone. And doing a great job here for our Silver Knights. Always a big cheerleader supporter here. I was last year. I probably around this time last year. I'm not sure what the game was, but I got clipped dancing to one of their cheerleader routines back here. So the lady in the middle, I'm pretty sure that is Ashley and Amanda Cheeseman's mom, and she was an Eagles cheerleader. So Amanda and Ashley Cheeseman are two cheerleaders here at Sterling. Ashley was the one you guys saw flying in the air a few moments ago, and her mom was an Eagles cheerleader. Three-pointer from Silvestri. That one does not go. Rebound by Arnett. That one hit off of Negaglione, and possession will stay in favor of the Knights. Our guidance counselor, Miss Eberly, was also an Eagles cheerleader, staying in the theme of Super Bowl talk here on Channel 19. So Amari Key now has it for the Knights. Motion underneath by Sterling. Johnson working here against Negaglione, gives it off to Key. Key steps up, thinks about shooting, does not, goes in for the layup. That one off the backboard. Rebound by the Garnets. Silvestri working here against Arnett. Haddon Heights down by 2. Jake Silvestri working against Johnson. That one does not go, but he gets fouled on the way up.
These are fouls you cannot afford to be committing this late with such a close score. It's been going back and forth all night as we see Johnson. A little bit of contact on the hand as the shot goes up, and Jake Silvestri will meet up with the line once again.
So Silvestri to the line to shoot 2, makes his first. So the last time these two teams went against each other, Haddon Heights only won by 4. So 2 tight matchups this past year between these two squads, and always peak entertainment, or as Brian McLaren, the movie man, would like to say, peak cinema. The Garnets get the rebound. Negaglione tries to cut in, moves his way past 2 Sterling defenders, and a traveling violation call.
take a look at what caused this. We see Gaglioni's trying to fight through. Steps 1, 2 there, and then the ball gets taken. Regardless, he had knocked it out, but Heights does not take the lead there with a possible layup. Instead, still down by 1.
So a little bit under 5 minutes to go here. Amari Key's going to get things going here for the Knights offense. Arnett searching for an option, finds Schmidt underneath. Schmidt gets blocked there by Silvestri.
If we look here, Key brings it up, finds Arnett, who's been on fire all night, finds a nice through pass, but it doesn't matter because Jake Silvestri's hand meets ball. And while Sterling still keeps possession, that resets the play and diminishes some confidence in this Sterling offense.
Underneath to Schmidt. Schmidt now for the second try, and he gets that one down. Relatively quiet night for number 2. He has 4 points. And a foul called on Amari Key.
See, once again at the Schmidt basket, Camardo takes his time. Schmidt finds himself underneath the rim and gets a nice 2 to make it a 3-point lead yet again in favor of Sterling.
Camardo calm, cool, and composed in those situations, and especially situations where you want to rush. Negaglioni finds Silvestri. Ali, number 3 on number 3 here. Ali looking to go inside. This one to the corner. Negaglioni checks back. Working here against Camardo. Looking for an option. Finds Jake Silvestri. Silvestri to his brother. Max for 3. Does not go. Rebound by Jake Silvestri. Silvestri for the mid-range. That one does not go. Rebound once again by the Garnets. Silvestri gets it stripped away. Still fighting, and the Garnets maintain possession. And the keys to the game was rebounds, and Sterling not doing a great job on that possession as we're just halfway through quarter number 4.
Well, Sterling and Heights both started off hot on the rebounding game, but now both of them have kind of gotten that play diminished from the other side.
And Ali gets that one in. He has 8.
But the Garnets have been doing very well in substitution. Other rebounds, though, have been finding those second chance baskets, not letting it be a rebound versus rebound game with the height that Sterling could have out there. They've been just keeping the ball in their possession and making the most of those possessions.
Arnett gets it stripped away. The Garnets down by 1, a big possession here. Begley storming up the court, gives it off to Jake Silvestri. Silvestri moving inside, going up for the layup. That one goes in! Jake Silvestri, 16 points, sensational here against the Silver Knights.
We knew both the Silvestris would be a bit of a problem for Sterling going into this, but Jake Silvestri, with almost half Haddon Heights points, has been the driving factor for the Garnets tonight.
Johnson finds Arnett. Arnett going to settle things down here for the Knights. 3 minutes to go here in quarter number 4. Schmidt searching, gives it off to Camardo. Camardo finds Arnett. Good defense here by the Garnets, not letting anything slip away. Johnson moving, mid-range shot. That one no good. Rebound there by the Garnets. Jake Silvestri moving up here for the Garnets. Gives it off to his brother Max. Max working here against Amari Key. Key staying with him. Max driving inside, going up against Arnett. That one does not go. Rebound once again by the Garnets. Jake Silvestri to Begley. Begley for 3. That one drops in! Trent Begley. Timeout, Coach B.
With time winding down close to 2 minutes, it's a really good hustle. Another great example of rebound, and then finds Begley wide open at the top of the key for a 3 points. That makes it a 4-point lead in favor of Heights. And with about 2 minutes to play, and take a look again, it's just that hustle that Sterling had earlier in the game, that second half, has really made it so it's transferred over to the Garnet side of things, I feel.
What a moment for the Garnets. Barely scored 4 points in that first quarter, and then just got it back here for Sterling. And if you're Sterling in this situation, definitely intense as you're down by 4, as there's a super fan still staying strong here for the Knights. Have some hope in this one. Our next TV game will be Tuesday, February 11th. It'll be girls basketball starting at 5:30. Sterling versus the Haddon Township Hawks. Live on Channel 19 and live on YouTube.com/SterlingTV19. So we're just getting ready. Back in action here on the court. Sterling down by 4. A big timeout taken there by Coach B after a big shot by Trent Begley, who finds his first 3 points of the night off of that shot. And someone who actually, I don't think even hadn't taken any shots for the Garnets, kind of been a distributor, but Begley came in when he was needed most. And now the Knights going to start things off here against the Garnets. 2 minutes to go here in number 4. Johnson off to Camarda. Sterling would need to win this game to have a home game for the playoffs. Or excuse me, to have hope for a home game for the playoffs. If they lose, that hope is borderline diminished. Arnett to Camardo. Got to get a shot off soon. It's wasted 30 seconds off this clock. Johnson inside to Camardo. Camardo for 3. Just misses.
The Sterling side with 1:25 to go. Obviously a lot of pressure on them to make something happen. And they're trying a full court press now to make sure they can get the ball quickly.
Begley moves it out. Drum around the 3-point line. Almost gets that one stripped away. Drum off to Silvestri. Silvestri for 3. No. And the tip in. Got in there by Ali. Demir Outerbridge. Ali with a huge play and gets fouled on the way up as well.
Well, now a 6-point game. Someone who averages 11 points. He's been very solid on the defensive side of things and making things happen off of a lot of steals that he's gotten throughout this one. And this free throw is to make a 3-point play and a 7-point lead for Haddon Heights very late in this one.
Did not make it, but the rebound gotten by the Garnets. Silvestri given some room, takes it up, and gets that one down and fouled on the play. Max Silvestri, huge play there by the sophomore. And he'll also go to the line and rebounding once again, the deciding factor in this one.
I mean, that time around, as you saw, a little bit of contact from Camardo on the leg of Silvestri made him trip while he was up. Fell down and gives him yet another 3-point play opportunity to really solidify this one as out of the reach of Sterling. And it's now a 9-point lead.
And the poor rebounding, biting Sterling in the butt right there. Borsch is subbed on for this one. Johnson has it around the 3-point line. Not a lot of time left here. Sterling down by 9.
I mean, throughout the season, Julian Johnson and Amari Key both have shared a lot of great 3 points. Schmidt has done that as well. Those top 3 guys have not gotten to do much outside of the first half from beyond the arc. And I feel like that is what they need to really be feeding to in these last moments to try and make something happen with a 9-point lead for Heights.
Schmidt for 3. That one does not go. Rebound by Arnett. Key now chucking one up. That one does not go. Rebound gotten by the Garnets. They send up Ali. Ali moving up at the court and gets that one in. And this game winding down here, 22 seconds to go. Amari Key moving inside, back out to Schmid. Schmid's 3-pointer. That one does not go. Fighting for the rebound is Johnson. The Garnets are gonna get it. And a huge fourth quarter heroics there by the Haddon Heights Garnets. Give them such a big win there against the Knights. 50-39, the final score. The Knights fall, and their home playoff chances do as well. And this game controlled by the Knights from that first whistle. Second quarter, the Garnets stormed back. Third quarter was kind of back and forth, and then the Garnets, when it was needed most, huge in that fourth quarter.
The game felt like a pendulum, almost like a Newton's cradle, just the energy going back and forth, but Heights just kept adding on and on to their side of it. And they got an 11-point win. They improved to 7-3 in the division, 14-7 overall. It's really a big gap like that over Sterling, who's now fallen. They just can't quite make stuff like that happen. It's now 11-9 overall, 5-5, split even the division. I don't think there's much of a chance for them to get a home playoff game this time around after a loss like that.
Yeah, and it's definitely going to be tough for the Knights, and a team that going into this season had a lot of potential. And at the end of the day, I feel as some of the problems that this team arises in comes in the fourth quarter. There's a lot of these games that have been really close for the Knights, and not the weak shooting, but more the clutch factor that these other teams have had over them, and it's kind of given them the L. Our next TV game will be this upcoming Tuesday. It'll be girls basketball going against the Haddon Township Hawks. That game starting at 5:30, as we see there. That game will be streamed live on Channel 19 and live on YouTube.com/SterlingTV19. So we're going to sign off for now here on Sterling Channel 19. The boys fall 50-39, but a little bit more importantly here, folks, is the last stream before Super Bowl Sunday. So we're going to end this off with something a little bit different than we normally do. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. And as always, go Birds!